this racing wheel because I've actually been using it for a little while. This isn't actually my first impressions, but let's jump into it and jump into Forza Horizon 5 with two cars that I haven't shown off just yet. So let's start things off with this, the Mercedes E63 AMG. Fun fact, up until last month, the only way to unlock this car was from wheel spins, so it was super rare. What's really cool about this AMG though is in the customization, you've actually got some really cool parts from Brabus. You can swap the entire front bumper to a Brabus front bumper. It changes out the boring plastics to carbon fiber. On the rear wing, you've got the AMG standard rear little lip there. You can swap it for a Brabus rear lip. And last but not least, our rear bumper isn't actually a rear bumper. It's a Brabus full-on rear end. It swaps over all of the trunk parts and all of the logos from Mercedes to Brabus parts. So this is actually called the Brabus 800. So I think we should emulate that and make a Brabus E63 with 800 horsepower. And just like that, we've got 850 horsepower in our big bad AMG. Let's just make sure the thing stops properly, get some better brakes on it. I like my AMG. Actually, you know what? Maybe we should give this a go on our quarter mile and see what it can do. This is a big, heavy AMG. What is it actually gonna do? I would be happy with like a 10, maybe 10.5 second quarter mile. It gets some nice grip off the line, but it's a little bit sluggish. I think that was mid to low 10s. Let's see. A 10.2 second quarter mile, that's not bad actually. For a purist realistic build, a 10.2 seconds actually seems pretty realistic for this thing. I'll take that. No joke, these are actually some of my favorite cars to actually make. Not every car has to be a leaderboard running car and breaking and trying to beat world records and things like that. I really like cars that are more realistic based. Come on, big bad AMG. Oh, our rain light's not on and it doesn't activate from our brakes. Maybe we need to drive in the rain, then maybe it'll come on. So since I've been playing for the past week or so using this racing wheel, let me tell you some of my favorite parts about this racing wheel. And number one has gotta be the heads-up display. It's just so cool. I love how in-depth it is. It shows everything on one screen, from your gears to your revs to your speed to what place you're in, how many laps there are in the race, and so on. Side note, this heads-up display actually works for a whole bunch of different games, which is actually really nice. Like I said, when we jump into the iRacings, the F1s and stuff, that's when that heads-up display will make a big difference. Not to mention, it's also got a whole bunch of like customizable features. You can change the entire layout of it. It's pretty cool. As for the AMG though, boy, this is actually way better than I expected. Like I said, for a realistic build. And as per usual, this wouldn't be an AR12 video without any fun facts about the big block Plymouth Barracuda. For those of you who don't know, right out of the gate, this thing hasn't been in a Forza game since way back in the day in Forza Motorsport 4. I love jumping into newer Forza games and checking out cars that haven't been in a little while. We've had some really good cars come back from some older games, like the Toyota Celica, for example, and maybe this will be similar, who knows? This thing was basically born in the peak of the muscle car and the pony car era. There were all sorts of cars coming out at the time. It was basically this versus the Ford Mustang back in the day, trying to claim the crown of the ultimate pony car. One of those companies no longer exists, and one of them is the most popular muscle car sold for the past 20 or 30 or 40 years, just something like that. Back in the 1960s, all of the muscle cars were sort of kind of the same. They were all basically just big, heavy. Just big, heavy, and as much horsepower as they could fit inside of it. It basically made them really good drag cars, but they couldn't do anything else. That's why they came out with this Formula S package. It was basically a package that you could buy back in the day, and it basically upgraded the suspension and made it 1,000 times nicer to drive in the corner. Fast forward 50 some odd years, and now everybody except for Dodge is trying to make their muscle cars handle a lot better. This thing was 50 years ahead of its time. There's a lot of body roll, but you can actually race with it really nicely. I mean, that was 5th place. We can gloss over that, nothing to see. I don't know if I'm going through a midlife crisis. One day, I want an old 911
feed where your car is
Malone.
Oh, that's Post? Oh.
Yeah, he has a black Senna, surprisingly. I thought it would be white, but it was black.
Oh. Yeah, I know obviously I'm familiar with his white Chiron, but dang, okay.
I thought all his cars were white.
Except for this.
You know, I just realized you could have pulled out a stock 4 GT and said it was John Cena's before he sold it.
Man's got allocated and then got put on the blacklist. Alright, well, Nasty is in his usual. You can't. Every time.
It is though. Whose is it?
Whose is that?
Really?
Jay
I mean,
Leno?
like, the only, dude, yeah, I mean, that's like legit the only famous person I know that just casually owns one of these.
Okay, but Jay Leno, like, yeah, he owns like everything in the game. So like,
exactly.
I don't know.
Recognizable.
Honestly, the most notable car that I could probably
he's
recall.
a car collector.
You're telling me out of all the cars that he owns, you chose that piece of dog
But it's Nasty's favorite piece of dog.
Hey, I don't know why you're calling it a CR1 dog, my guy.
Bro, that's probably the cheapest car in his lot.
No, it really isn't.
What the? Wait, I have seen this. Wait, who did that?
What is that?
Is that Uzi?
Yeah, Cowboy.
No way. Why?
Who
Dude,
gave that man money?
And people give me crap for my Harlequin Audi R8. You got me.
I even went through the effort. Hold on, give me a second.
Okay, wait, so is this Nicki Minaj on Cameron's?
Yes, sir.
R8.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
No way. Wait, you got both. No way.
That is so cool.
That is cool. That is cool. Damn, Uzi got some wild ideas.
And then just in case, if you guys didn't want me being in either of Uzi's cars, I just remade the Weekend's P1, but...
Nah, Uzi's cars.
Yeah. Uzi's cars.
Honestly, I wish you could be in both at the same time. It's got that Bugatti is hideous, but yet it's got character.
I'm about to pull mine out.
Onyx, wasn't his wing
I feel good.
green?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think his wing.
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
Thinking of DD.
Throwback.
You're thinking of DD.
That man's don't count.
Whose car is yours, Jack?
You don't know?
No. Oh, wait, hold on.
It's a pretty new build. It was like within the last couple of years. It is
I'm bringing
Chris
out a
Brown. And RDBLA made him, yeah, he had a fade Aventador with a Liberty watch.
Yo! What? No.
Yo, Fluffy?
No.
Oh.
Gabriel Iglesias!
Then who?
No. You're McGregor.
Okay, because
Well, I
Fluffy
know,
does
that's
have a
the same
collection of VW
Yeah,
buses.
he literally owns 1 million of them.
Who's Fluffy?
Gabriel Iglesias, stand-up comedian.
Bro, you don't know who Fluffy is?
I'm surprised.
What do you expect?
Fluffy is?
I'm surprised no one got.
I've
Yo!
never seen Gabriel Iglesias.
Yo, please tell me that's the Paris Hilton.
Yep.
Yeah! Dude, that actually is like OG celebrity car.
West Coast Custom.
Yeah, dude, the OG, like, the photos are like, I swear, they're like Polaroids.
Yeah, no, I was Googling it to try and get the shade right, and it's like pale pink. Believe it or not, like hard flex, but I actually drove her SLR.
What?
I was about to say, I wish
Yeah.
this game had an SLR for that.
No
Yeah,
way.
That's sick.
Yeah,
Wait.
so Ed Bullion bought it, and then I drove it. But it's a picture of Paris Hilton, Britney Spears, and Lindsay Lohan all in the same photo in the same car. That's the car that I drove, which is...
Yes! Yes! Let's go! Top of S1! Well, kind of. Third and final car. Let's go, this one. What did I buy? Please don't be an SLS. Oh, I spent 5 mil. And it's S2 class. These are my 3 options. A Pagani Zonda Sing. I've got a Mercedes SLS, which is completely stock. It doesn't even have a paint job. Or I've got an Aventador J with, I can only imagine, the world's most sus 2. The Zonda's gonna be the only thing that even remotely has a chance. I might not have bought a very fast car, but boy did I buy a very cool car. Oh, that's so sick. Is our lobby gonna be stacked? Oh, I'm starting in second place. We've got a Jaguar XJR15. That thing's gonna be OP, so we'll count that out. And, what the? Nala! I'm literally the lowest PI in this lobby. How did this happen again? No! I'm literally using a stock car. Alright, if I could finish in not last, that would be good. Bye, guys. See you later, I guess. Hi. Hi. Funny seeing you around here. Oh, we're actually not doing that badly in my little Zonda. Like, this thing, actually, pretty good. Actually pretty good. I'm in P4. Like, this could have been, oh my god, yes! Nalak, keep pushing me. Keep pushing me. Go! Bye, Nalak. Yep, nope, I can't turn. Not like them. That Jag is so OP, it's not even funny. I don't know how he's not winning. Maybe somebody will mess up and I can finish in the top 5. There we go. Get the Jag. Get the Jag. Jag got a poor line. Lovely. I will totally take that. P6. I actually...
Faster Koenigsegg, and I will be including the upgrades and tuning so you can build your very own Bob and change certain things about the car that you find works best. I'm not the greatest at tuning for flat out speed, so someone will be able to make this much better. This will all be shown at the end, but please watch the whole video as it does explain why the tuning looks a little weird. So I began by choosing my pre-existing tune for speed traps, and so I could actually control the stupid thing. The only difference I made was I swapped my transmission to have the 4-gear drift settle, and straight away it was quicker. The only difference I made to make it go faster again was increasing my gears, and I lowered my back ride height. This again worked, and I gained another 6 miles an hour. So straight away after 2 minutes I'm now going 10 miles an hour faster than my original video back in October. So this got me thinking, how far could I take it if I went to Event Lab and applied gravity and engine scale settings? And what type of tuning differences would I have to create in order to make it work? So to begin with, if you would like to replicate my video, you can either search my gamer tag on this location here and find my event, or you can simply copy these settings in rules of play and create your own. This works for every car in the game, so feel free to experiment. Now you know what we're doing, this was my first attempt.